And we back! Every single season, ESPN puts together their top 100 players in basketball. Number 100 being Bojan Bogdanovic, and number 1 being Giannis Antetokounmpo. Today, I deleted everybody that was on the list, and this is what the new NBA looks like. Even the writers and the analysts over at ESPN couldn't predict a Lauri Markkanen explosion season. He is up to an 85 overall after yesterday's patch. Oh my God. One thing I hate about 2K though is that when they do give attribute upgrades, they don't go badges as well. So he's the best player in our league right now, but he only has 8 badges. So every single team has been messed with at least a little bit, except for one. Can you guess, out of the 30 NBA teams, which team is it that had literally zero top 100 players in basketball? The Spurs are back, baby, because Keldon and Devin Vassell and Jakob Poeltl didn't even get an honorable mention in that list. So here they are with their full roster. And even 2K think that they're going to be real good because they got them number 3 in power ranking, and y'all know in real life, they're far from number 3. So when ESPN do their list, they're always trying to predict the next season. So that's why you won't see like Paolo Banchero, because they had him listed as a top 100 player because they knew he was really nice. Franz Wagner, not a top 100 player in basketball. Wendell Carter, they still got Bol, Cole Anthony. These younger teams, this is the world where these younger teams blossom. And it's happening right now. I think Benedict Mathurin's going to average like 28 points per game. No way he doesn't average at least 28 points per game in this simulation. The top 5 point guards in basketball are Colin Sexton, John Wall, Derrick Rose, Kevin Porter Jr., and Ricky Rubio. At one point in time, both of these players were considered top 5 in their position, but now at their older age, not so much. We do got the young guy, Colin Sexton, as the best point guard in basketball. Shooting guards have Devin Vassell, Terry Rozier, Kevin Huerter, Jaden Ivey, and Gary Trent Jr. My neighbors are mowing their lawn. It was snowing 30 seconds ago, and they're out mowing the lawn. I guess you got to keep it fresh. Small forwards, of course, you saw Lauri Markkanen. This is the deepest position in basketball. Lauri Markkanen, Keldon Johnson, Bojan Bogdanovic, Franz Wagner, and like we mentioned, Benedict Mathurin. But like even Gordon Hayward, sneaky 80 overall player. Power forwards have Bobby Portis, Kyle Kuzma, Jared Vanderbilt, Obi Toppin, finally gonna get to start, and Sadiq Bey with Cam Johnson, also an 80. And centers, see Brook Lopez, the all-time leading scorer in Brooklyn Nets history. Wendell Carter Jr., former Bull. Steven Adams, Alperen Sengun, and then Jakob Poeltl. All right. I think we go get to simulate it and just kind of get a feel for what the NBA will be like. We're going to go a couple years into the future. So, like, there's a world where this draft class has a superstar in the making at an 85 overall, and he immediately comes in. But nope. The highest guy he's 18. He's a small forward, but he's a C+, which I think C+ is what, 75, 76 overall. So we're not going to get one of those superstar caliber players off rip. But even without Giannis, Drew Holiday, and Chris Middleton, the Bucks are still really, really good. Is it the system or is it the players? 10-game win streak. Terry Rozier is the highest leading scorer. That makes a lot of sense to me. Obviously, Terry is a bucket. I said Benedict Mathurin's going to do great things. I mean, he still is. He's just not shooting it as efficiently as a lot of the people above him. But once that come around, he's going to be all right. He's going to be all right. Oh, that's why. Because they got DPOY, Brook Lopez. Almost 3 blocks per game. Also, Jalen Duren is killing the game. Chet is also here. Because Chet was injured before they dropped that article, he wasn't even given a mention. And that might be a bad thing about this video because give him a year into simulation, he's going to be like the best player in the league. So here are the all-star captains. It is John Wall and Bobby Portis. Can we count how many current/former Bulls are in the all-star game? Because I see all-star start Andre Drummond. I see Bobby Portis all-star captain. I see Derrick Rose. I see Lauri Markkanen. And I see future Chicago Bull. Hold on, let me talk something into existence. Who do I want on my team in the future? Jakob Poeltl. That's the guy. Future Chicago Bull, Jakob Poeltl. But the starters are John Wall, Brook Lopez, Keldon Johnson, Terry Rozier, and Drummond. Then we got Derrick Rose, Devin Vassell, Lauri, Bobby Portis, and JaVale McGee. Everybody's a 2-time All-Star all of a sudden. Not completely sure what that's about. But two-time All-Star rookie Benedict Mathurin. That's great. The man is before his time. So that was the draft. Now we get to the actual festivities. Sheesh. Team USA won, so even though LP gave them 17, 17, and 4, he did not win MVP, I'm guessing. It probably went to Trey Murphy, who gave them 22 and 4. Unless we want a more complete game. Nah, we'll say Trey Murphy won that. 3-point shootout is won by Joe Harris, and Shaedon Sharpe wins dunk contest, which makes sense. I feel like he's gonna win one in his career, because that dude is crazy. All we have to do is convince him to get in there, because a lot of the young players don't really like that idea of being in there. But if we can convince him to do that, he gonna win. Team John defeats Team Bobby. All right, so Team John. Oh, John Wall probably won MVP himself. He had 23, 9, and 3. He love to see John Wall back in form. You know what I'm saying? But we did get a crazy Lowry marketing game, which is so beautiful. He's averaging 22 points per game, which is pretty similar numbers to what he's doing in real life, but he's doing it way more efficiently. So I'm going to simulate to the end of this first season. We can take a look around the league and see what happens. What team has, basically, this is a video about depth in basketball. If the stars weren't there, which team is still built good enough to win a championship? Built this man a statue outside of Milwaukee. Is this not the coolest picture you can get of a player? Brother got his goggles on, his glasses on. He deserved to win MVP off aesthetics alone. Jaden Ivey wins Rookie of the Year. Cole Anthony, Sixth Man of the Year. That means Markelle Fultz was starting, and Markelle Fultz was an All-Star, so that makes sense. Daniel Gafford, Defensive Player of the Year, averaging 2.6 blocks per game. Oh, former Bull alert. Former Bull alert. It's a lot. I'm telling you, it's a lot of them boys. Naz Reid. Yeah, Naz Reid makes sense for this video because his shot tendency, oh, not so much. I want to say in the last 2K, his shot tendency was really, really high. It's still higher than average, but it's not extremely high like I thought it was going to be again. He must have a crazy three-point tendency, which is spot up three-point tendency 95. Okay, so yeah, he's only shot 31% there, but he did get most improved player because he's a starter and he averaged 20 and 10. Greg Popovich ended up winning Coach of the Year again. Shout out to Mr. Pop. And then Zach Campbell. I don't know what team you really in charge of, my guy. First team is John Wall, Rubio, Bobby P, Victor Oladipo, and Drummond. It's cool to see. There's 3 players here that have been All-Stars / All-NBA before, right? Drummond, I think Drummond made All-NBA third team once upon a time in the height of his career. Yep, 2016. And then Victor Oladipo made one in 2018. And of course, John Wall made a few in 2015 and 2017. So like a lot of the older dudes are no longer top 100 in basketball, but still can hoop their butt off. We do see rookie Benedict Mathurin here, which doesn't make sense. So, let me get this straight. He did average 27. I think I said he was gonna average 28. So he averaged 27. But Jaden Ivey won Rookie of the Year, but Benedict Mathurin was All NBA? I mean, that's like the old Marc Gasol won Defensive Player of the Year on the second team. Tyson Chandler, right? Tyson Chandler won Defensive Player of the Year on All Defensive second team. It don't make sense. But it happened. And that's 2K simulation. I mean, Jaden Ivey's right behind him. And you can probably say positions, right? You could say positions played a part in that. That's why he's on third team and he's on second team. Either way, really cool first season according to statistics. DeAnthony Melton, Derek White, John Isaac is playing basketball for the first time in 7 years. And then Alex Caruso and Drummond. Okay, so the Bulls should be kind of nice, right? Nope. Playing team. 2 all-defensive players, playing team. All right, well, there's that. But they made it. They absolutely made it. All right. Look around the league and look at some league leaders. Benedict Mathurin led the league in scoring. Okay, so I was on point with that. John Wall averaged 26 and almost 8. That's great. Max Strus. I ain't see him at all. He didn't make an All-Star game, All-NBA team, but hey, he was third in scoring this season. Dang, unsung hero. Rebounds, I have MVP Bobby Portis, and then of course Drummond. These are normal rebounding kings, so it makes sense that all of them are here. Assisting, I was going to say TJ McConnell's probably number 1, but he's number 3. Tied for number 3, which Tyus Jones, Markelle Fultz, Ricky Rubio. Okay, and steals per game, DeAnthony Melton got that. Blocks per game, we thought that it was going to be Brook, but it ended up being Daniel Gafford. And yeah. So wait. You don't even qualify to have a field goal percentage, but you qualify for the most turnovers in basketball? Yeah, TJ, that ain't the greatest. Another TJ leading a bad stat, fouls per game. Lot of guys over there. Highest three-point percentage in basketball went to Joe Harris, no surprise. Doug McDermott, PJ, and then Max Strus. Max Strus led the league in most three-pointers made. And then getting to the foul line, it was, dang, Hey, this is how you know these are all role player players. Because in basketball, you know the best in basketball average a lot, and I mean a lot of free throw attempts per game. But nope, Benedict Mathurin's next though, I guess. All right, what team disappointed everybody? The Atlanta Hawks. You take Trae Young and DeJounte Murray and Clint Capella and John Collins. Basic 4 out of their starting 5. Yeah, their starting point guard was an auto-generated G Leaguer. That's what he was. Oh my God, Benedict Mathurin had a 52-point game. You see that? He did that. So yeah, when you take away all of that, they're not so great. AJ Griffin probably had a good season though. I would assume 15 points per game. You love to see that. So it makes sense that they aren't very good. Out west, the Timberwolves. Whoa, you take away, I mean, all of their stars except for Jaden McDaniels as well. So they lost 4 starters, but you did see Nas put up 20 and 10, so it was worth it. The tank was worth it. The Spurs are the best team in basketball, followed by the Pacers. Benedict Mathurin might do the thing, bro. He might do it. Now, the Suns are still pretty good without a lot of their stars. The Rockets are a team that they only got rid of Jalen Green. Everybody else is still the same. So without Jalen Green, they win 49 games in this universe. Best offense was the Spurs. Best defense was the Bucks. All right, let's get to simulation. We got a 7-game series between the Hornets and the Pacers. See, I think this is the type of video where parity really exists, where the 1 seed can get eliminated and it's not that big of a surprise. Who's the 1 seed? I think we saw that the Pacers were the 1 seed, but like, look at the team over there in Charlotte. That's evenly matched. I would argue that the Charlotte Hornets look like they got a better roster, a better lineup. So here we go, game 7 between those 2 teams, and the 1 seed ended up winning. Okay, so the 1 seed came through, and in a game 7, look at Benedict Mathurin. He's just ready to take over basketball. He's averaging 34 points per game in the playoffs. He was built for it. And over here, we got the Phoenix Suns versus the Clippers. Now, the Clippers, in real life, people consider them with having the most depth in basketball. So we take away Paul George and Kawhi. The rest of the team is still here. And that game 7 goes to the 7th seed, the Suns. The jokes can write themselves about them in the game 7 and versus a team that is supposed to be worse than them, only putting up 80 points. I mean, All-NBA John Wall showed his butt this game. He was going crazy. All right, so the 1 seed lost here. Both of the higher seeds in this side, this part of the bracket lost. So, yeah, I'm telling you, there's parity. You never know what's going to happen from night to night. We did get a game 7 over here, and Isaiah Stewart, Beef Stew, hit 2 threes and ended up with 26 and 11, and they get to the conference finals. It is a 6 and an 8 seed. I'm going to say that again. It is a 6 and the 8 seed, but Dylan Brooks is too much. Oh, Steven Adams. We don't even got the stats. What does the stats say? In the playoffs, Steven Adams is averaging 9 and 13, but that is enough for the conference finals player. Did I just say Delano Banton? I did. Delano Banton is the Eastern Conference Player of the Year, Conference MVP. All right, here's our championship. Here it is. I think the NBA ratings are probably at an all-time low. Grizzlies. Then we get the Raps coming through. Grizzlies 3-1, and the Memphis Grizzlies. Tyus Jones. They didn't even show his stats. Tyus Jones wins an MVP award. Wow. You can't tell me the White shouldn't have had a contract or something. Okay, so we're gonna go to the draft lottery, and the Atlanta Hawks win because they were pretty bad. NBA draft, we're just gonna simulate through it. And the highest overall play, yeah, like I said, I knew it was gonna be like a 75, 76. The Pacers got the highest overall player, but he's already 23, so he might be maxed out. Oh no, it's a 77 down there. The Pelicans might have got one, a diamond 3-point shooter. That what it said? 3 and D point. So he can shoot the 3 and, okay, I'm explaining to you what 3 and D is. But like, this guy looks pretty good. 6'5", A+3, A defense. That's a steal. I'm going to free agency. Who is the #1 free agent in the class? Kyle Kuzma. And he got a lot of offers. And he might be going to the Pels to team up with that PG because that PG looked that nice. Cam Johnson qualifying offer or whatever. Kelly Oubre might be going to the Raps, but who knows? Everybody has money because everybody's in this universe is not expensive. All the expensive players are gone pretty much. So this is like the Wild Wild West of free agency, man. We should be seeing a lot of different players switch teams. Kuzma does go to the Pels along with TJ Warren. The Knicks got 2 centers and a 4. The Knicks spent a lot of money and another center. Oh, the Knicks just threw money at everybody. The Knicks threw money at everybody. Why did you sign 3 centers and a 4? I don't know. And I also think that Mitchell Robinson was still on the roster, right? Was Mitchell Robinson top 100? I don't remember. After player progression, let's see who the best players in basketball are. Laurie did not jump up, but Franz did. We now have 4 players tied for the best player in the league overall wise. Benedict is still down there doing his thing. The Spurs and the Pistons and the Jazz have 2 of the top 10, 15 players in basketball. So they should be looking kind of decent. But they did lose Jakob, and now Hassan Whiteside is their starting center, so that ain't great. This man Sharpton took over the league. He's averaging 30. I think I saw 52% from the field, 40% from 3. Now, he can't make his free throws to save his life, but 30 points per game. This is his league. Also, Ayo Dosunmu. What happened? I mean, in a good way. We need this. Bulls Nation, if we could get, man. No, he never gonna average 28, but him jumping up to 28 is crazy. They must have lost some people in free agency, more shots. I don't really know exactly what happened. Bones Highlands averaged at 27. Jaden Ivey, 26. Benedict Mathurin then fell off a little bit, but I mean, he's more efficient this season. He's just got a little bit more help. You don't need as many points when you got more help. Oh, Abe McLeod, 22 and 4. Abe McLeod. Hold on. This was reminding me of something. My memory didn't go exactly the way I thought it was. There's a movie, Love and Basketball, one of the greatest movies of all time. It follows Quincy McCall, and he ended up on the Lakers. His dad played for whatever. But McCall, and I saw Lakers, saw Mick, and I was like, wait a minute. It was McCall, not McLeod. Anyway, so that's what that is. Let's get to the All-Star games and stuff. 3-point shootout was won by Roy Holiday. Who is R. Holiday? And was that Keldon Johnson? Keon Johnson for Portland. It's Keon Johnson. Yep. And it is Team Jaden versus Team Devin. So Devin Vassell, Jaden Ivey. And what did I say? Team Jaden won by a bunch. And Jaden took home Finals MVP more likely than not. So yeah, that's this season so far. We're just going to go to the end and look at more stats and look at the standings and stuff. Jaden Ivey with the MVP award. Curtis Rogers, 22 points per game, 22nd overall pick in the draft. A stud. Yes, a stud. Dude, it's raw. What about that one guy? What was his name? He got drafted to the Pelicans. This is him. This is the guy. Oh, he only averaged 9 on the season. I wonder if his shot tendency's low. Not really low. But, I mean, 88-3, good defense. I mean, if the Pelicans are in the playoffs, I like their chances. That's all I'm saying. Tari Eason went 6th man of the year. Defense player there goes to Chat. I told you earlier in the video, Chat was going to be winning a lot of these type of awards, and now he's just starting. Io won most improved. Again, I don't know how they got to that point. Rick Carlisle, and then Ali Copeland ends up winning Executive of the Year. Bo, All-NBA Bo, stand up. He's averaging 18 and 12. Okay. Larry Markkinen is here. Got up to 25 now. Okay. Is this the tallest All-NBA team of all time? 7'2", 7 foot, 7'1". Maybe. Rookie, another rookie, just like last season. He didn't win Rookie of the Year, but he ended up making an All-NBA team. Simon Erickson, 4th overall pick to the Brooklyn Nets. Sharp led the league in scoring, but the team must not be very good because he's on 3rd team. With Benedict Mathurin and some other people. The Pacers were the best team in basketball, ending the season on a 9-game win streak to secure their spot as the number 1 seed. The Trailblazers not too far behind out west. They got Rui Hachimura at the 3. So Shaedon Sharpe averaged 30 points per game on the 2nd best team in all of basketball and made All-NBA 3rd team. It's kind of crazy if you ask me, league voters. Something is a little fishy. But when it comes to point differential, the Utah Jazz are the best team in basketball by far. So we need to be really looking out for them, I guess. The worst team, Minnesota Timberwolves, again, even though they signed Gary Trent and Javon Carter this offseason, they couldn't get it going. And then the Boston Celtics also struggled. They got Austin Reeves, though. So that's fun for their organization. All right, simulate that plan, man. We don't really care about those. We only care about the top 16 teams in basketball. Let's see who wins it. So we got a 4-seed advancing very early on. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. No upsets in the first round. That sucks. Last year was so many upsets. Oh, wait. Okay, we're starting to get some now. Yeah, that's cool. We're starting to get some now. There's a 4-seed. There's a 3-seed. And the Pacers are in the conference finals to go against the Atlanta Hawks, who were basically the worst team in basketball last season. So actually, let's see who they end up getting. Their starting point guard is a 69 overall, and they're in the conference finals. I don't understand it, but here they are. They doing the thing. Because I think, yeah, they're up in the series too. They're up in the series. They're up 3-1. They're going to the finals potentially. They're in the process of blowing that. Okay, they go to the finals where the 77 overall Rudy Holloway, who won the three-point shootout this season, first overall pick, brought his team to the finals. From the worst team in basketball to the NBA finals in one season because of Rudy Holiday. In the conference finals, they went to 7. He averaged 27, 10, and 3 and not 10, 5 and 3.5. He shot 55% from the field and 55% from 3. He's the real deal. And he's going against the Jazz, who again had the highest point differential in basketball. Their defense is probably insane. Can Rudy Holiday do his thing? Game 1 is a Rudy Holiday win. Yup. Okay, he didn't even play well. But in my mind, he's the only player we care about in Atlanta right now. Because he's trying to do something that nobody hasn't really done. They're down 3-1. Okay. There's Larry Markin. Again, he came into it as the highest overall player in the entire league. And in just one season, he wins a championship. There it is. If you enjoyed the video, as always, be sure to leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the link in the description. There's a suggestion box where if you want to see one of your video ideas be done, you can put it down below. I appreciate y'all. Peace.